Hey everybody, thank you for coming in today. We are going to try and accomplish a couple of things. And one of the main things I'm hoping you'll leave is with two things. And I've given you a piece of paper to keep track of them. The first is an action item. I'm hoping that you'll come away with at least one idea you haven't had before that you can try in your own business. The second is one thing you've learned that you didn't know before. If I've done my job right, you'll be able to put those down there. I am not going to teach you how to sell a roof. You all know that. You've been doing it over and over and over again. You don't need me for that. What I am going to teach you is hopefully where to find the people who will buy your roofs. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Donna Chunglo. I've been in roofing for about 10 years. I'm known as Donna the Roofer. I sell about $1 million of roofs a year, and I have an 86% closing rate. The national sales closing rate for roofing is 17%. I'll let you do the math. The reason it is every single roof I sell is a referred roof, which means somebody trusted me enough to have me come into their home and help protect their most valuable possession. This could be you with a few intimate little itty-bitty steps. One of the things, in addition to finding the best customer, we're going to talk about how come each roof should net you 3. If you are doing roofs and you're only getting that one roof, you are spinning and spinning and spinning your wheels when you should be getting 3. And the action items. So let's first talk about low-hanging fruit. I want you to think back to 10 years ago. And for some of you, that's middle school. Some of you, it's a little less. Some of you have kids who were in school 10 years ago. Those are your customers. They come from families that have been in their homes for 10 years and probably need inspecting. So let's talk about the people you work with. One of the things that I want to their office is look at the people you see. Who answers the phone where you work? People are always going to say, who do you recommend for a roof? And they are going to give the roofers they like. The last group I'd like you to tackle is if your team has canvassers. I had a company that had canvassers, and I would every quarter bring them goodie bags. And the goodie bags would have things that were pertinent to them, not to me. Now, did I sell roofs to any of those canvassers? No, they didn't own homes. Did I sell roofs to 8 of their friends and family? Yes, I did. Because when they asked the canvassers, who would you use? They gave them my cards. That was pretty cool. Networking groups. I cannot say enough. I am part of a group called PowerCore. I get 80% of my business through PowerCore. Now, why does that work? It's a group I go to every week. You need to find your people. Who are your people that you can talk to? And then you need to teach them about what you do and how you do it. Now let's go back to the rule of 3. So when somebody on my PowerCore team gives me somebody they trust, which is usually a relative, I go out and I say to the people, I'm going to do the absolute best job on your roof that you've ever seen. Then during the process, I take pictures. I show them to them throughout the day so they don't even have to leave their home. And I'm there at the end of the day for the walkthrough. Now, here's where the next roof comes in. You're going to love this one. I am there when the school bus drops off all the kids at that build. Why? Well, kids love roofers, right? So I invite them to come over and I let them use the magnet and collect nails. The kids then go home. This is the last thing they've done before dinner. At the dinner table, mom, dad, sister says, what'd you do today? And they say, this is what I did today. And look, I got these really cool cards and it's only from down the street. There's roof number 2. Roof number 3 comes when I'm all done and I go to pick up the final check. I say to the people, have I done everything that you asked me to do and that I promised you? The answer is always yes, because if there's not, I fixed it along the way. I say, okay, I would like you to do me a favor and call a relative and see if it's okay if I come and see their roof too. At that point, they have no point but to try. And they usually call and do it while I'm right there, or they do it shortly following. I then go and do the relative's roof, and guess what? We start all over with the next 3. It's kind of fun. I want to talk a little bit about churches. If you are lucky enough to land a church, everybody's always like, I gotta get church, I gotta get church, I gotta get church. Well, you got one, now what are you gonna do with it? So they tell you, we want you to work on the church when nobody's here. That doesn't do you any good. So what I do is I come in 2 weeks before we're gonna do the roof and I blow up big pictures of what the roof looks like up close. Then I come by after the roof is done with the after pictures next to the before pictures. And again, the flyers so they can get their roofs inspected at home. And the last one we did, they were raising money for a playground. So for every roof inspection, we donated $100 towards the playground. It had a happy ending. The playground got built. The church got a new roof. The company I was working for got about 42 new roofs to put on. The last thing I want to talk about is thank you gifts. So I'm really conscious that if I make my commission is more than $500 on a roof, the customer gets a thank you gift that's pertinent to them. I'm going to close with the number one thing that I've learned, and it's a really simple thing that I think you all can do. Give more than you get. I find that I give a lot more referrals than I get, but the referrals I get are money in the bank, and I've met some of the coolest people. Thank you for your time.